Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. Today I want to talk to you about lighting. I know this is probably a terrible situation right now, but I'm talking about lighting and my lighting is terrible right now. So don't take this video itself, like my talking head video. I just have to knock this thing out. So one of the things that I hear a lot of people talk about in the film world, especially the independent film world, as cinematographers and as like directors in the independent world, they will say that they don't really know a lot of lighting and they kind of shy away from it. But I kind of gravitated to a different type of analogy for it. Like for me, lighting is simple. And the reason why I say it's simple, not saying that putting the fixtures up there and everything like that is simple, is lighting is simple in the fact that you live in it. You don't have to have everything be artificial. One of the things in one of my styles is, my main style is doing more naturalistic lighting. So whatever, like I walk in and see what I see, and then I would rather take light away than add light to it. There's a lot of issues with this and things that I would do differently, which I'm going to talk about that as well. But for the most part, we're looking at this screen. This is a shot. It's like the first shot that we see, second shot that we see in the movie. And it looks very good right now from the way that it sits, right? You got depth because you got distance in the background that's lit. You got the foreground that's got a little bit of contrast over here on the right side of my main actor's face. Right here, you got some contrast between here and here. We're lit from the opposite direction, and then also if you look right here, we're lit from above. But if you look at it again, we have the a little bit darker shadow side of this one. We have more light on this side of the face, and then at the same time, we got obviously the practicals of these lights overhead. Which also is throughout the entire room, which gives you this spot right here. When I go into lighting, I like to go into a naturalistic look. I don't want it to be super artificial. I don't want anything like that to happen. Because I don't think that lighting should be something that isn't noticed, right? Same thing with edits. If you notice the edits and the cuts and stuff like that, I don't think you're doing your job correctly. So with that being said, I really want to talk about the way that I made this shot, right? So I took and walked in, turned the lights. There were, and I'm trying to remember because this was a long time ago, there were lights, and these lights up here up top, right, are fluorescents, but they were like good fluorescent lights. They were not green. They didn't have a green tint to it. It was one of those things where it's just like these lights, they did a lot, and they were backlighting them for the most part. The second thing was the position of the desk. So with this situation, this desk, the light for the other lights are not directly over the desk. So the way that it was set up was, luckily it was in between lights. These two lights were not directly overhead, so we didn't have a cast down. What I also did was I added a couple panel lights on this side to shoot this way and to shoot this way for the opposite shot. So it was simple lighting just to kind of give it a little bit more lift and not just have backlighting. So these lights were behind them, and then there was also lights in a very similar situation on the other side, and I had a panel on this side. Let me put that back to white. So I had a panel on this side, right? I had a panel shooting this way to kind of light them up right there. But a lot of the lights that were inside the actual location worked for me. Now, I'm not going to act like the camera didn't have anything to do with it. The Blackmagic production camera 4K has a great sensor, so that actually helped out a lot too. That Fairchild sensor is something different. Okay, now I'm going to go to another one, which was more recent. I'm going to go, this is kind of the opposite of what happened last time. There's a lot more light integration, but it was light integration into the scene itself, right? So this film, I used the B7C light bulbs, and I used a Aputure 60D, and I also used some tube lights to do this movie. But in this scene specifically, the only thing I used to light these scenes were one Aputure 60D, and then I want to say 7 Aputure B7Cs. Okay, so there was a chandelier here. This is at a kitchen table. There's a chandelier in this area. And they all had lights in them. They had these ugly, like, mixture of daylight and tungsten LED lights. So I took them out And one of the things about the B7C is that you have Aputure's app to control those lights. And so I use 3 of those lights in the chandelier towards him to get his key light, basically, and able to light all this stuff right here. On the back here is a practical. There's 2 of them, actually. Those have B7Cs on them. They're used to create depth. Also, in this area, there's a hallway that comes from the door, and I put a B7C there. So I have 2 B7Cs right here. I got 3 in the chandelier that's up here, that's pushing out this way as well. And then I have, I want to say 2 B7Cs here that I was using to light these characters as they walk in. But that's simple. These fixtures were already in the location. These fixtures were there. I just replaced the light bulbs with light bulbs that are controllable. A lot of times you get a lot of light in there that might have flickers. You have light that might have green tint. You have light that might have magenta tint. Who knows? There's different types of shifts that happen. One of the reasons why I was very excited about when I shot this movie is that I actually recently purchased those B7Cs. Now this right here, again, is not part of it. I don't know what happened. I don't know where it's located on the thing, and I can't figure out how to erase it. But you know, it is what it is. So this is my last shot that I'm going to talk about today. It's from the Firepower, that first movie I showed you with the 2 guys sitting there, the over the shoulder. And this one is specifically one that I actually enhanced the light. It's still natural lighting, right? This room was black, so this room naturally sucked in light, didn't bounce light. So even when I walk in, with the natural lights being on, the fixtures being on, we didn't have enough light for her. So being in that house, the house is on the 2nd story, there was a light coming in here from the garage. And we can see that light was coming in, so I took in, lowered the window, put a suction cup on the outside, put a light on it, and flashed it through there, being blocked by this curtain. So your key light is coming from that window specifically, and potentially a light inside of a room, right? So with that being said, I also placed a light here to light her hair, to give her a hair light, but it's high enough to where I could also put a bounce down here to kind of give it a little bit more fill in the interior. So ultimately, like again, it doesn't have to be intimidating to light your film. It's really just more of just playing around. And so, not sponsored. This next segment is not sponsored, but I wanted to talk to you about, sometimes it's hard, you know, especially in my situation, being in a small market, it's hard to get people to come out and just like test out things for you. Normally, if you're getting people to come out, you're shooting a film or you're shooting a commercial. You're doing something that's not just testing. So where I go test my lighting theories and my practice lighting is in a program called Satellite 3D. Satellite 3D allows me to create opportunities. It gives me an opportunity to create lighting diagrams in 85 to 90% correct environments. And I can start from a square, a blank page. Everything that I've worked on over the past 3 years, 2.5 years, has been pre-lit, I would say, in Satellite 3D. It gets me about 85 to 90% there. There are obviously going to be differences in like scalability because I don't have access to the room. So like I might have a picture of the area because a lot of times we'll use Airbnbs. So I won't have actual like access to get the direct dimensions, but I can at least like kind of eyeball it and put something together. So I have a video coming out about Satellite 3D and how I use it. But that's not today's video. But I use that video, I use the program Satellite 3D to actually help enhance my abilities to be pre-production ready as a cinematographer, to be able to hand this diagram to people. It allows me to create like full-on diagrams that I can give to people. It gives me a chance to create a lighting package that I need. Like I said, Satellite 3D gives me a chance to at least practice. So I would say, don't be afraid of light. And if you are afraid of light, do things like practice. Go get the Satellite 3D light and do it. Or even cheaper, you can just set up lighting, put a frame up, and put yourself in it.
Let's get the keys. Yeah, you and me. Let's do some. Get out the house. It's been a while. Ain't working out. Let's go do some. Let's go get wild. Girl, we're still young. You still a child. Don't be so wrong. Don't grow up so fast. Girl, let's get this money. Let's enjoy this cash. Come and ride with me. Come get high with me. Say you like to drink. Well, let's get a sale.